Hello, hello, hello again, and welcome back to another edition of Tell Me Something Good. This is my opportunity to let other people share good stuff. There's just not enough good stuff. And the gentleman that is across the screen from me, I am so excited to have him here. He is responsible for helping me find my wife. Doesn't get much better than that. He is an unbelievable family man, brother, son. What a great family business. And like I say to everybody, everybody knows Capital Lighting. Welcome, Ken Lebersfeld. Tell me something good.
Noodles, how are you? Good to see you, my friend.
Making it through, dude. Making it through.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of fight my natural inclination when people ask me, how you doing? I said, fabulous. I'm doing awesome. It doesn't sound quite right now to say that. Just say, we're hanging in there, but grateful for the good things we have already. I always like to practice attitude of gratitude. Coming down from my father when we were very young. Like we were talking about before, I was born with the silver spoon in my mouth and had two loving parents and always lots of encouragement, a great education, a great successful family business all ready to go into. And when you grow up like that, there is a tendency to feel like you got it coming to you, like it's owed to you. And when something gets taken away, there's a defiance. And my father,
Wow.
we never felt like that. That we always were grateful for what we had, and we did always practice that. And he took us to all of their charity events for he and my mother to make us see that there were people that were less fortunate, and that we were lucky to have
Wow.
what we have, and that we owe, because we've been given so much, we owe that to society, to our communities, to the world at large, to make up for all the great things that we've been given. So just maintaining an attitude of gratitude,
I
even
love
in
that.
these
I mean,
challenging times.
I love that. And I know your dad, he's probably the hardest working guy I've ever met in my life. I mean, he outworks all of us,
And I'm
but
trying to keep him corralled in his house now. So
certainly working in a family business has its goods and its bads. But you guys really, more than any other family business I know, really have an unbelievable kinship. One that when I got introduced to it, I almost couldn't believe it. I mean, so could you speak to a little bit about now you and your brother, really running the company? It's like amazing. So it's
and my cousins as well. Yeah, we it's a team sport. Business is a team sport. So if you got your family as your teammates, what better teammates? Who's got you back more than that? And I prefer it. Like in college, I mean in high school, I did two sports. We did football and did wrestling. Wrestling was an individual sport. When you won, it was just you. Football's a team sport. Soccer's a team sport. It just feels better to win all together as a team. And I'm grateful for that as well. I'm grateful to have people who have the same last name as me that I can count on. But we also have a fantastic executive team. People I have people that on our team that are related by birth, and those that are just related by employment.
wow, nice. I'm fortunate enough to have spent some time working with you guys, so I know that for real. So I mentioned at the head of this that you helped me find the lady of my dreams. If you don't mind, I'll indulge everybody, and then you can embellish on it. But the lighting capital of the world is in
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. And when we started working together, you said, hey, if you're going to work with us, you should know the business. So you said, come with us. I went with the whole family, the whole team. We went out to Dallas, Texas. And the first night I was there, I met Michelle. And I told you, I said, Ken, I met
She's a
somebody
special
really
lady.
special.
She's a special lady. I met a special lady last night. Having gas station tacos. Am I remembering that correctly?
That's exactly right.
JetBlue,
That's
possibly?
Fuel City Tacos was the place.
Uh-huh.
$1 tacos. That's like a famous food joint
Mm,
that you just can't make those kind of stories up.
right.
And I have you and the lighting business to thank for that. So you talk about something good.
Yeah.
So I know things are crazy for all businesses. Talk to me about what's going on with Capital Lighting. I know a lot of your business is done online. I know a lot of people are home making improvements to their homes. So talk to me about what's going on.
Well, our retail stores are shut down for retail traffic, but we are still, my sales team, they're not quitting. They're working the phone,
Awesome.
trying to do whatever business they can. People are home now. They want to beautify their homes. We're giving them that opportunity to engage with us, any way we have the availability to. Municipalities say we can't have people come in the showroom. We can virtually engage them. We have a salesperson can talk them through their web journey, can still see products almost as if they were there. So that we're working it as much as we possibly can and trying to make the best of the situation.
Well, I know that you had built a robust online business anyway. What's the good stuff that's happening online now? What do you see? What trends? What are people doing?
Obviously people are spending more time in their homes than they ever have before.
Yeah, like all the time.
Like all the time. So they're not going to restaurants, meaning they're eating out. They might see, hey, this light over the dining room table, this is unsatisfactory, or it's been flickering for a long time, and let me just go get a new one. Or I've been spending more time in my home office. It's a little hot. Let me go put that fan in. My desk light is not sufficient. So they're
awesome.
Look here. I don't work here. This office was uh, you know I've been forced to do this. We've been forced to come.
And it looks great. I told you, of
Yeah,
all the people we've interviewed, I think you win Office of the Year, man. It's great.
I'm just looking at it from the camera. It does actually look pretty cool. And
It
see,
looks fantastic.
there's an attitude of gratitude. You know what? You know where else I read about that attitude of gratitude in this book that I got recently of these 27 rules. I don't know. Maybe you recognize.
Oh, look at you, man. Nice. Shameless plug. I
When
love
you were
it.
6.
Count your blessings.
Count your blessings. So
I actually posted that today on social media.
Mhm.
That said, can you imagine? And I've been preaching this to sales teams for years. We have all of these great tools, none better than the internet. Can you
Right.
imagine being this happening in a time when you didn't have internet?
Right.
I mean, it's unfathomable to me. Like, this is bad, but we have air conditioning, we have electricity, and we have social connectivity. We
Mhm.
don't have physical connectivity, which is different. And I'm a huggy, touchy feely
Yeah.
kind of guy, as you know, and as are you and your family. I love when I see you and your family kiss and hug. And,
Mhm.
um, so that's been removed, which is a little different, but it's not like we can't connect. I mean,
Mhm.
you and I haven't actually had a sit down in a while, and now we're doing it.
Right.
So isn't that something to be grateful for?
It, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very grateful. Listen, a lot of the good things that we have going on in our business right now uh, are with you and the On the Ball team. If you remember when we first engaged you back when the last time we were going through
Wow.
something like this, 2008, 2009, was to really change the attitude of our team from an entitled mentality. We just had success for so many years, and the foundation of our business was absolutely cracking, and of all retail businesses, and the foundation of the economy was cracking. So we realized that this is different. This is way different from what was happening back then. This is an exogenous occurrence that's just happening over us, and once the medical conditions on the ground clear, we're going to be able to rev this back up again pretty quickly. I'm confident.
Yeah,
But
people talk about a V. It's never been shut down before.
right,
Why wouldn't it just boomerang back? Because
yes.
demand is not going to go away. I think for
Mhm.
any of us, it's if it's pent up. I want to shift gears and talk about something that you did about a week ago on Sunday. You sent me a note um, by email. I don't know if you remember, and it was Noodles, which I love that you call me Noodles. I hope you're happy and safe. I remember being on a plane with you and watching you connect with the people sitting next to you. And you wrote me this beautiful note which, you know, you get your feedback, you get fed by different ways. You've always been a guy that puts it in writing and sends it. You've always sent it to me that way. I know you do that to other people. Can you comment on that? Because I think it's something so great and so, about you and about the culture that you took time to notice a change in your behavior that you noticed from me years ago. Years ago.
I did. So it was on that flight to Dallas, the first plane flight that we took together, and I saw you working the row as natural as possible, as natural as it could possibly be, without people. Some girls putting her headphones on. You're kind of like, you're not going to need those. And you had contact information from her. You had her whole life story. I was just sitting there next to you, watching you do this, and I said, that's what a human to human connector looks like. And you were only asking her questions about her life and thinking, how can I help her do her business better? What does she do? Without any regard for how is this going to help pay you back? And that was a really powerful thing for me to see right then at that stage of my life, at that stage of my career, where we were really insular and concentrating us. And it caused me to write emails like that to people that that are important to me. And even though we don't talk a lot, I still count you in that group.
Oh, absolutely. That's the power of social media, is that you can communicate at scale. So whereas in the real world, it would be impossible for me to share my story with as many people. I share it. I consider you the same way. Like if I needed you, I can pick up the phone and call you. I know the phone is there. I know you'll answer, and I know you will do your best to do whatever you can. And that's kind of what your positioning in this note was, is that when you build a foundation of people like that, when you are in the time of need, they're already there. You
Right.
can't start building that. Go to people, hey, I don't know you, but I'm in a shitstorm. Can you help me?
Right.
You can't do that.
And so I have been doing that type of outreach since then, and seeing, and over the years, when you need somebody, you're able to pick up the phone and lean on somebody when you need, when you come say, I need help here. I need help here. Can you help me? And when you've shown that you're willing to help under whatever circumstances, when you get called, and if you maintain those contacts, that good things will happen.
It's such an amazing takeaway. I've been doing this show. I think you're show 21 or 22 or something like that. I can't keep track, which we're really building. It's kind of neat. We're doing it every day. But foundationally, what you took away from me makes me feel so good, because the quality of your life is not the money, the cars, the stuff. And that's, maybe this is a wake-up call to people, that it's the people that are sleeping in the same bed, in your same house, the people you can call friends, and that's what I built with no expectation of anything in return. Right. I just said, you know what? I'm willing to give you parts of me. And even if I don't get it back from you, I will get it. We talked about this morning in my daily huddle, the law of reciprocity, which is and your vocabulary is probably better than anybody I've ever met. When you give something, it's going to come back to you, sometimes bigger than you could ever expect. And this note made my day. And that's why I wanted to show people it was real. And it came at a time when, this is really interesting. This is a real feather in your cap, that I'm a guy that people count on for motivation and knowledge. And they're always taking a piece of me, and I'm okay to give it. But at some time, you got to get fed.
Yeah.
This fed
me. Sometimes you need to fill your own tank.
I got fed, man. It was like, thank you, man. This is a good human, man. So in closing moments, what would you want to share? Besides, I want everybody to buy their lighting, because when I was working with you guys, I would talk to people. I go, did you ever hear of Capital Lighting? Oh yeah, I know Capital Lighting. It's the most well-known brand.
I mean, in our markets, we've been around for a long time, and we have a history of doing the right thing, and I think people count on us for that. And I didn't start it. I'm carrying on that legacy, and I think each one of us, we just got to take it up our own notch and add our own little bit of juju into it,
Good for
into
you.
the mix. But
Good for
that.
you. So it was great catching up, great talking.
Mhm.
Would be remiss unless I threw out his name, and I know he's no longer with us, but your employee that was there for, I
High
think
Rosen. Yeah, High,
when I met
High Goldman. High Goldman
High,
is
when I met High, I think he was like 100 and something. I mean, literally, how old was he when he passed?
103 and a half.
103 and a half. And that guy was in the back fixing lamps right up until the day he passed,
I think he retired at 102.
Yeah, which for is it, if that's not a testament to what you guys have built,
Yeah,
nothing is. He was a wonderful human being, as is everybody that's part of the Capital family. I'm so glad that you joined us, and today was definitely something good. Thank you, my friend.
good stuff. Good stuff.
All
Thank
right,
you, Neil.
man.
It's good to
We'll
be
be in
with you.
touch. Yes, sir.